Welcome back, tribe. Have an episode here from this title, Going Retarded from Not Socializing by Elisha Long. Let's get to it, dude. What's going on?
Hi, Thumos brothers. One shot. Everyone knows the freaking rules. Listen, yesterday, someone said that they are going through mental retardation from being socially kind of isolated, lack of socializing. Dude, how many people are going through this shit, man? How many guys are dealing with this? All right. I'm not any different. I'm not, foreign to this subject. This thing is real. And I'm telling you, getting a girl is just not good enough. Getting a girl is not good enough. I see this happening to a lot of guys. They go to the gym and then they play video games. This is their main habits. And they got a girl. This is the main habits. They go back to grinding on RuneScape, this nostalgia, sort of this yearning for nostalgia. They go back to it and they just keep lifting. They're kind of stuck in the lifting. And video games and girl. Video games, girl, work. Video games, girl, work. Lift. Dude, it's not a natural order for us men. We're going to suffer. We're really going to suffer, okay? So we have to talk about this. We have to do something. This guy in yesterday's video, mental hell. If you're going through mental hell, he said, I'm not.
Damn, dude. I wonder, it's kind of crazy just to see the lasting effect that the COVID lockdowns have had on society. We've turned into kind of recluses in a sense. Bars have never been the same. Nightclubs have never been the same. Any place that people used to socialize and stuff have never been the same. I mean, politics has gotten really radical. We're on completely different sides of the aisle. And you can feel it just walking down the street. Everybody seems like it's like enemy energy, right? Very confrontational, adversarial in nature. I say that all the time, but it's true. It used to be a much happier place. No, like, do you guys remember growing up? Just not even when you're kids, man, but just go back like 5-10 years. And it was like, you could say hi to anybody. Everybody seemed very friendly. You didn't really have a reason to look at anybody in like adversarial nature. Like, who the fuck is this? Why are you in my neighborhood? Like, what's this guy doing here? And you didn't have to watch anybody or worry about being judged harshly or feeling like you're walking on eggshells in society because you can't say something, and like cancel culture didn't really take off yet and all this stuff. But the world has changed dramatically, dude, in the West, for sure. You only notice just how much has changed if you start traveling overseas, guys, and you go to like Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, like places where, I guess, is it woke culture? Is that what you could call it? Or modernity? I don't know what label you'd slap on it, but the cancel culture, the wokeness, the whatever, the like thin skin where you can't say certain words or have certain beliefs that it absolutely will offend people. That doesn't exist in other countries, and people are so much more relaxed, so much more chill, down to earth. Like, you can have conversations. People are smiling, laughing, still enjoying themselves. It's like only in the West have we become so bitter socially with one another. It's hard as a man to, hell, even get a girlfriend and get into that death loop that he's talking about, like girlfriend, work, video games, gym, and then repeat until you're fucking dead. Like, that's already hard enough to get to after the pandemic. A lot of guys are completely socially isolated, or they don't even have any more guy friends, where they're stuck in the loop of just like working video games. And then they'll fall off the gym completely. And then they end up rotting in their house or rotting their soul away at work, a job that they hate, that's paying them pennies that they might not have tomorrow because the economy's contracting, and you probably will need to start doing gig work soon just to make fucking ends meet because none of these jobs are paying enough with the runaway inflation we got. And so everybody's like struggling, angry. There's another side effect of this is like, we're all broke. Things have gotten too expensive. How could you be happy and smiling and all shit when you can't even afford to go out anymore? Dude, a McDonald's is too goddamn expensive. You might as well go at a sit-down restaurant now. What do you think all these things do to a person's like happiness and their, energy and how lively they feel when I'm like rubbing 2 pennies together to fucking get by, bro? I can't even go out and get a McDonald's because that shit's not $5 anymore for a number 5. It's like fucking $12, $15, $20 in some places. And it still tastes like shit. Of course, everyone would be mad in that situation.
I'm not going through mental hell. My body's fit. Things are decent. But I feel mentally I'm stunted because I'm not getting stimulated mentally. I need other conversation. There was a guy, spent a year on an island. He went insane. He went insane alone. He was isolated. He had no one to talk to. He had no one to say, hey, dude,
Wilson!
Your ideas are stupid. Or, hey, congratulations. Great story you got there. Oh, yeah.
Wilson.
Someone to see you. That's what Thumos is, you know? That is what Thumos is, to be seen by others.
Rip
For a
Wilson.
man to never be seen is a terrible fate. So I really think that we gotta think about this. We gotta think about what to do, because it really is the fight of our lives, because I don't see it getting any better. Like, I don't see the
That's why I love the calls in the private community. It helps keep me grinded. We have men from all avenues, all walks of life, all socioeconomic classes. Some guys are absolutely fucking loaded. Other guys are dead broke, barely just starting. It's cool to be in a room where I have a Zoom call with like 15 people and it's tight that we could all start talking about a certain topic based on the videos I've done on the second channel, but that shit keeps me grounded. The community is what keeps me going. The YouTube stuff, dude, talking into a camera like this and reacting is really boring. It was fun the first year. It's really cool to meet people in public and they're like, oh my God, it's you from YouTube. I watch your stuff all the time. Can we take a picture, all that stuff? That's pretty cool, but it's a very lonely thing. It's just a camera and a bunch of numbers on the screen that go up or down. But the actual like foot on the ground, real connections that are being made are the ones that are made in the community. If you haven't, join already, please, because they're awesome conversations. I talked to a lot of men. Even the consults are amazing for those that want to do the private consult. But the next step in all this stuff that's always been my master plan is why it was called the Tribe of Men, is to open up like a compound in Arizona, somewhere in Phoenix, where we could all get away. It's got an MMA gym. It's got a weight room. It's got a studio for recording stuff like interviews. It's got, we got a chef that can cook for everybody, and he's cooked for famous people. One of the best, most famous like fighters in the world, because he does a lot of fight centric diets and supplementary plans. And it's like, to bring all these together in one place could really help men and go away. Just go away for like, let's go for a hike for the next couple of days. Let's go out into nature. Let's go detach from modernity and do some hard shit that you're not used to doing. It was a snippet of the golden things I used to enjoy when I was back in Phoenix. And I look forward to one day maybe getting back there sooner than later and starting up. I still have my old tribe that I talk to every day. The boys, man, my day ones over there that are absolutely waiting for my return. I'm absolutely jacked and I can't wait to see them again. And we're already talking about putting all this stuff together. It's going to be amazing. It just takes some time and some money. And I'd like to do it on my own without asking anybody for anything. So just be patient. We will have a sort of a men's retreat kind of deal. You will be meeting with me in person. We will be training, sparring. We will be lifting weights. We will be going on 20+ mile hikes. We will be resetting our brains and getting back to basics about what it means to be a man. We will be reconnecting. It was called Tribe of Men for a reason. Of course, some absolute toads in San Francisco that smoke meat for a living got upset I was using that name. That's why we changed to Legion of Men, in case you didn't know. But, well, who cares? The act is important, not the name. So, anyways, we'll see you soon on that one. Let's let this man talk about what he's saying and keep it pushing.
average guy getting any better with just like being inundated with VR, VR meta coming out. It's going to get more isolated and put into a sort of like a fake universe. More escape. The video games are only going to get better. The digital women, digital titties are only going to get better. The walls are closing in, dude. And so I think all of us are kind of looking for better ways to connect. Better ways of connection. So I suffer with this big time. I remember just waking up, working a night shift job, graveyard shift, walking around in this truck lot, letting the trucks in and out. Dude, I would go stretches of time without seeing any human beings all night. I would come home. I would go to sleep. I would wake up at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. No one's in the apartment building. My roommate was off working, so I didn't see anyone. And then I would go to the gym, and I would so frequently be alone that it got kind of weird. It got very weird to see, like, look a woman in her eyes. Women became like a foreign thing to me because I would never see them. And I would just like, there was always this little itch in my balls, you know, like a little, oh, hope I see a girl today. Hope I see a cute girl. Maybe I can make eye contact with, maybe I can, flirt with a little bit. But then I was like awkward in my own body. I would walk into the gym. Shit was like, Eli, loosen up, man. Loosen up. You know, I was like, I didn't feel like Eli. I didn't feel like myself because I really believe that you almost find yourself in a community. You find yourself the I in the tribe, you know, it's like,
Yep.
it's just not good. I don't think this is discussed enough. I don't think it's discussed enough on what to do, right? Like we know there's an epidemic, a lot of old people too, lonely, but what do we do? So maybe this is, you know, already familiar to you because I've talked about this before, because this is literally what my channel is about. Thumos being seen, the brotherhood I've created, uniting the men has always been a goal. But I just, like, I want you guys to feel this. I want you to do something about it. If that is your reality right now, if you're lonely, you got to do something about it. And there's a lot you can. So a big part of our group is martial arts. Like, we encourage every
Fuck
guy
yeah.
to do some sort of martial arts because
I love this dude. That takes you back to the primal zone. I'm telling you, there's nothing else like it. One-on-one contact against another human male. Guys, you got to try it. At least try it. You might not take to it. Maybe you like grappling. Maybe you like striking. Maybe you don't like it at all, but at least it'll get you the confidence you need to actually get into something else. Perhaps you'll, I don't know, say something a little less contact oriented, like let's just say rock climbing or something, but still, it's very refreshing because finding your tribe there, it's like the last bastion of manhood. I'm telling you guys, there's nothing that comes close. The gym, weightlifting, cool story, dude. But go to a mixed martial arts gym, a striking gym, a boxing gym, a kickboxing gym. It doesn't matter. Jiu-jitsu gym. Who cares? If you stick to it, you will make lifelong friendships. There are dudes, again, from all walks of life. Could be the skinniest, pipsqueak looking nerdy dude that's just looking there to make himself feel better about being in his own body and, you know, feel a bit confident in the way he can handle himself in certain situations. If that were to happen, to the most giant looking, absolute pristine top 1% like specimen, everybody else in between. There could be a 7-year-old lady over there just trying to get active and lose some weight and not, you know, let old age take over. There's everybody there. So don't be intimidated. Just walk in and find a decent gym. There's probably a bunch around you. You could read the reviews and start to partake, man, in that group activity. That's all it is. You don't have to go in there and fucking choke people out and be a knockout king. Relax, dude. You're there just learning. You're going to be getting into a flow state. You're going to be drilling. You're going to be practicing. There's going to be a bunch of new people just like you, a bunch of people more advanced just like you, happy to see you because they were in your position at one point. Everybody likes to share their hobbies with other people that show interest. You're going to be one of the people that show interest, so everybody's going to welcome you because they understand how scary it was the first time stepping in that door. Don't be afraid. It's one of the few places that could take you out of depression, could take you out of a mental, like, negative fog. Negativity in your life in general will help put you around people that are also looking to do better in their lives, to ascend to the next level, that are looking for connection as well, guys. Again, like I said, it's the last bastion. It's one of the few that we have left.
because combat has been a part of human history forever. And so just like the gym where we simulate strenuous activity, the martial arts dojo academy is a, you know, sort of artificial simulation of war, militant training, combat, brotherhood in arms that are training towards something. Oftentimes you'll go to competitions together or you'll have open mats together where you're hanging out, shooting the shit and you're rolling, you're beating each other up, but you're also developing like strong bonds. I'll tell you this. You can go to jiu-jitsu and roll with a complete stranger and you can like bypass like a 6 months of getting to know someone just by rolling with them, sweating. You know, one time, this is nasty, but one time I was trying to pass someone's guard and a bead of my sweat just dropped down into the guy's forehead. And I watched him like, no. And I like, this is very cringy, but in the moment I kind of wiped his head off. Sort of a beautiful experience, very cringy, but man, I felt bad. But that's life, you know. That sweat hit him on his forehead, and you know he felt it. The other night I was rolling, and the guy let out a huge fart, just ah. just a huge fart, dude. And I'm like, I'm playing guard, right? I'm like, got him. I got grips on him. This guy rips ass. And I'm like, it's no big deal, dude. That's human nature. He's like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. And I'm like, don't even worry about it. We got back to it. We act like nothing happened. That's fine. That's fine. That's human nature. But, there's a sort of human element there. So let me get off the topic of martial arts. I'm getting worked up. I like it. I love it. It's one way that I want to teach. I want to unite men under martial arts. That's a goal.
I rock with
Listen,
that.
many different ways. There's many different things. Cigar lounges hold brilliant minds. There's, some old pimps walking up in there. Some old guys walking in there, bringing two ladies, drinking some cognac, giving you some whiskey, giving you something here, bud. Here's a sip. Business guys just trying to get away from the house, taking a break from the kids. Cigar lounges are great. Okay.
Is that still a thing?
Let's think. Riff them, dude. Riff them. We got to riff them. Get them down below. Get them down below. Where else? There's people all over the world. You just got to go.
I don't think cigar lounges are a thing anymore. If they are, let me know. I'm curious. Someone says, I notice it's harder to make sentences when I haven't spoken in a while. Once you're out of high school or college, your circle dwindles. And work friends aren't friends. Also, by the way, it's harder to make sentences while you're not spoken. Read books, guys. Never, never, never let yourself stop reading books. Like, part of avoiding the mental decline as you age is keeping your mind sharp, which means you need to keep feeding it information, but you also need to stress test it. Read books, digest the concepts that you're reading. Sometimes maybe read out loud, like the spoken word. Say it, slow down your reading, really understand what you're saying. In writing, too. Write down some of those thoughts. Like, journaling is important. It keeps your mind sharp. It helps you rearrange all the thoughts and organize everything in your head. That's important. You got to keep this sharp. If all you're doing is like TikToking on your cell phone, social media, reel after reel, short after short, people hardly watch long form content anymore. You know what they're watching these days? 60-second reels, 30-second reels. And you know what? They don't even last 30 seconds anymore. Most of the reels, because this is how you get the most engagement, are 15 seconds. Then they figured out another cheat. If you just do a 1-second reel with a giant box of text that forces people to read, it tricks the algorithm in thinking that's a good video, so it pushes it to most people. So now people are just reading little quote snippets, and the video plays over again in a loop with like one little sound, like a blink sound or whatever it is, just bypassing what the system was meant to do. Our consumption is becoming more and more stupid. It's getting multiple levels of retardation lower, and our attention spans are absolutely struggling because of it. We're suffering. A lot of people are. So yeah, you got to pick up a book, got to read, keep writing, go out in nature, detach, put your phone down, focus on your thoughts, your goals in life and how you want to get there. Think about yourself, who you are, what you want to do. Develop a strong personality, something unique with strong boundaries. Don't let outside forces invade your inside and have any pull on what you want to do, who you want to be. Let them shatter your confidence, right? Sow doubt. Fuck all that noise, dude. You got to detach. This world is a disgusting place today. It's turned into absolute degeneracy. It's designed to weaken you, weaken the body through what you eat and all the bullshit they push, weaken the mind and all the bullshit content they push, weaken the spirit and all the degenerate shit that they want you to get into. And once your mind and your body and your spirit goes, you're fucking done. You've become a slave in modernity. You become a lost soul that may one day, unfortunately, press endgame on themselves. You get in a desperate state like a red, or I could say black pillar instead, or a doomer, or just somebody that's given up on life. There's so much out there to live. There's so much to do. It just takes you breaking out of the trap, the prison that you've set yourself through having your spirit, your mind, and your body broken by the system we're living in. Little actions every day can have huge compounding effects where you can literally become a completely different person in the span of 1 year alone. If you understand that you're currently in a prison, in a psychological societal prison that you could break out of with very simple steps every day, not giant leaps, baby steps every single day. And you can get out of the trap, man. You can escape. But it's hard because your mind has been taken over, your body has been taken over, and your spirit has been shattered. And so the man is unmotivated, undisciplined, And even if he wanted to escape the trap, he'll convince himself that he doesn't have what it takes to escape. And so he remains in his prison forever. Don't be that guy. And one day I hope to build a community with the private one as well as in person in Arizona, God willing, that we could get that far to help men escape that trap, to let them see the light. That would be, oh my God, I could die happy there. If that's my mark that I could leave in the world, that'd be incredible. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, feel free to subscribe. Check us out on the second channel. We put really amazing content there. I actually work on that one. It's all original videos. And if you haven't, check it out. This is Eli Long. Dope channel. I love his message. I've only seen, this is the first video. Somebody recommended it to me on email, but everything he's talking about, I fully support 100%. But give his channel a look-see. And as usual, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.